This is my Grammostola iheringi. This is post-molt. First time I've seen the spider since it's molted. Just going to try feeding it. Just a little waxworm today, just because it molted out about 7 to 10 days ago. And the first meal I always give it something really soft. Because crickets and locusts and roaches all got some form of armour on their body where these don't. And mealworms have obviously armour on their bodies. She can, or he or she can obviously feel the movement of the worm as it's sitting right in the doorway there. Some beautiful colorations on the legs. Just want that worm to sort of change direction a bit and head that way. Here's the Grammostola iheringi is a thesaurial type, a terrestrial type spider. Like all the other Grammostolas, they do tend to prefer a more drier environment with humidity about 50 to 60%, which can be obtained by placing it in a water bowl and overflowing it once a week or once a fortnight. They grow to reasonable size, sort of 6 to 7 inches. Out of the Grammostolas, these are the Grammostola with the attitude. They are apparently a lot more skittish than the other Grammostolas. They're known to be more defensive than the other Grammostolas, and they're more sort of good eaters. They do like to eat, so I'm hoping she's going to come out. I did put the worm a little distant away from the hide, otherwise if you put it too close to the hide it will just grab it and go back in, and I'd like to see the actual spider. I've had this spider now for about 4 to 6 weeks, and she's already molted out with me, or he. I purchased it from So Many Legs, which I can only recommend you guys trying out if you've never bought from them before. They are a great seller. Yeah, she's definitely thinking about it. Obviously, she's a juvenile, so they are a little bit more skittish and a little bit more weary than an adult spider would be. An adult spider by now would be out and would have grabbed it, and but obviously they're a lot more sort of skittish and a bit more wary. Doesn't help that the worms disappeared underneath the leaf. I mean, I could drop another worm in there and then remove that other worm once the spider has taken it, so I might just do that. If I pop a worm a little bit closer, here she comes up. What a beautiful spider, eh? Now her abdomen will probably be quite small, say, because she has molted out. And that's another good thing about waxworms, because they are a bit more fatty than some of the other foods that they eat. So this will hopefully give her a little bit of a boost in that. And obviously there's a lot more fluid in these. Whoa, she's absolutely gorgeous. Or he. What a stunning spider. Doesn't appear to have lost hardly any conditioning since the molt. It's just a shame it's a little bit blurry, my camera. Let me come out again, guys, and maybe if I zoom in again now, it won't be so blurry. Yeah. Or maybe if I put a bit of light on it. There we go. She's in two minds. I think she's just more inquisitive at the moment. Like I said, she's only just molted out. The molt is in the back there. You can just about see it in the hide. And that was about a week ago. Now, with adult tarantulas and spiders, I tend to give them 2 weeks before attempting to feed. But when they're juvenile, 7 to 10 days, I believe, is a good time period. Let's try and get a nice view of the spider. What a beautiful spider. Actually a really nice size. She definitely gained some size since the molt. Although the enclosure still looks like a good size for it, if we back out a bit, you can still see that this enclosure is still going to be good for another molt or two. Because these exoterras are quite long. They're like about 36. Yeah, she's not interested in the food just yet. But that's fine. What a beautiful spider. That's absolutely fine, because the thing is, she come out, so she's had a little look. What I will do, guys, I will leave the worm in there, because the worm will not hurt the spider at all. Trying to find the other one here. I'm going to remove one of the worms. It won't hurt the spider at all, because it's already molted out. And now, if her fangs are not ready, or his fangs are not ready yet, then she won't eat it. And all that happened to this worm, it will either pupate into a moth and go, or it will die out, or later on she might pop out again and have another little go at feeding. But it was just great to see her post molt. Do I recommend these as a beginner spider? No, I don't. The Grammostola genus as a whole, yes, are fantastic beginner spiders. But this one, the iheringi, is a bit more skittish, got a bit more attitude than, say, your rosea or your polka peas. You know, those are the ones that I would recommend for a beginner. This one, no, I would say once you've had a little bit of experience, maybe had a Grammostola and a Brachypelma, and you feel confident with your keeping of spiders, and realise that this one is a little bit more of the attitude, then when I say attitude, it doesn't mean they're aggressive. Then I don't believe spiders to be aggressive at all. I believe that they're more defensive, and they will, and these are a bit more food orientated. So when they're food orientated, obviously you interact in their enclosure, they might think it's food. So, but again, that doesn't mean they're being aggressive. They're not going to come out and attack you. That is not in any spider's thing, that they're being defensive. Any spider would rather run away than anything else. I mean, this spider would probably more likely kick hairs. They do have urticating hairs, type 3. Not to be reportedly as bad as like the salmon pink toe or the white knee or the Goliath spiders, but they still have urticating hairs, which will be irritating if you get them in contact with your skin, and obviously a lot worse if you get them in your eyes or down your throat. If you kick them in the air, it's the last thing you want, really. Very uncomfortable time for a period. If you were to get a, a bite from one of these New World spiders, they do not have medically significant venom, but again, you don't know. You don't know what your reaction is going to be to the venom. It could possibly have a reaction to it. You don't know if you're allergic to it. So I wouldn't want to risk anything really. If you're down the hide still, yeah, came out and had a little look, had a little think about it. I thought, no, I'm not hungry just yet. That's fine. So when this happens, you've got the option of one or two things: remove the food and try in a couple of days' time, or leave the food in there. Now I've made the decision I'm going to actually remove the food. Simple reason being, she's just molted out and she might not be ready just yet for food. She just come out to have a little look, see what's happening, because she obviously felt the movement on her web. Because if you look, she's webbed all around the outside of her enclosure, which is quite cool and unusual. Again, this is different from my other Grammostolas. They had not big webbers. But anyway, what a beautiful species, and we're so lucky to see her today. I'd like to thank a few people before I go. My usual crew of YouTubers that I watch. Please check out their channel, guys, and give them a subscription. Of course, that's Mark the Spider Guy, Peter Webster, Spider Mum 1978, Scott Inverts, Incredible Inverts and Other Animals, Tea in the Deep Blue Sea, RS Designs, Reptile Innovations, Unusual Pets. Just having a look at her. Dave's Little Beasties, Bobby's Talking Teas, Tom Moran's Tom Big Spiders, Annie Arachnids, Tarantula Dan, Bethany Spiders, Unseen Universe, Ellie's Bug Babies, Eight Legs Four Wheels, Moon Over Miami. Go and check all these channels out, guys. Absolutely fantastic. So, we didn't get to see it feed, but we get to see the spider. So, I will put this down as another little featured species episode. So I gave you a little bit of information on them, that they're terrestrial. They like to be quite dry, and your humidity, which you can keep up there, see, with a water bowl. And I tend to damp, or sometimes if I don't want to damp that area, I will put some moisture on this area around here, the fake sort of plant area, because you might come have a little wander up here, and if there's some fluid on there, like this, you see, like that, you see, just put little drops of water. If you're having a little wander up on the plant, she's going to get some fluid. She's going to take some fluid. That might be more important to them post-molt than food. So like I said, if they don't eat straight away after molting, after a week or so, don't worry. Don't worry, I'm not worried about her. You saw her, or he. She looked absolutely awesome shape. Yeah. She's got plenty of fluid in there. And that might have encouraged her to think, okay, I'll come out and have a little wander around. And what I'll do today, so today is Tuesday, probably maybe Thursday, I will try again and see if she'll eat then. So what I could do is hang on to this clip and maybe add that on the end of this if she comes out and has an eat. Anyway, until next time, guys, look after yourselves, and I really hope I'll see you all soon. Here we are again, guys. We're just having a little look today to see if the ready to eat. Do you remember I tried 2 days ago? She came out and had a look, but didn't want to eat. So we're going to see today if we have any more luck. Coming out again. Oh, beautiful spider. Are we going to eat today, darling? Yes, we are. Well, clearly see her fangs are fine. They're nice and black and hardened. You see what I mean, guys? Just being a little bit patient, you know, a little bit patient. Like I said, we did try a couple of days ago, didn't we? Didn't want it, but today was happy enough to take it. So I'm going to add this on to the end of the video, and just so you guys can see that what a beautiful spider she is. Thanks for watching, guys.